Hey, what's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent, and I freaking love Battle Royales, or any sort of free-for-all online game. It's just so much chaos and fun. Such colorful characters you can find in those kind of games. You know, guys, what I'm talking about in those lobbies, right? So, Battle Royale games have really become its own genre proper. It's not just anymore just an additional game mode here or there. No, it's a big thing, okay? I think we all know that. Quite the fad, quite the trend, and a lot of games are coming out. But I've siphoned through them, the upcoming games, and I found 5 that I think are the most unique and interesting. Now, I've played a few of these, I've seen a few of these. I think that these are ones that I'm gonna call gems that, you know, hidden, maybe not so hidden, but there's a lot of games coming out, okay? There's a lot of them, and I just think that these are the 5 that actually stand a chance to go against the titans that already are standing at the front. So, will these become the new atlases of the genre? Will they burn and fade? I don't know, but hey, they look freaking cool. So, if you agree or not, let's find out. My top 5 new Battle Royale games. Okay, so the first upcoming game I want to talk about gonna be controversial. Probably maybe all the games on this list, but it's a game called Egress. Now, I'm a huge fan of Soulsian, Souls-like type of combat. I play Monster Hunter, obviously Dark Souls. I even tried out Absolver and a few others. I like that weighty, slow melee type of combat. And Egress is supposed to put that in a really unique, weird, Victorian, steampunky kind of setting, I don't know, and make it a battle royale. So, yeah, I mean, it just seems like a mixed match of weird aesthetics and mechanical design. Maybe it's gonna completely flop, but as somebody who really appreciates really strange and unique game design, and especially in a brand new genre, I wanna see how far it can go, how weird it can get, and Egress is looking kind of freaking weird. So, if you agree with me, let me know, throw up a like, a thumbs up, but, you know, whether success fails, I don't know, I still wanna try it, absolutely, and I think you guys should at least put some eyeballs on it too. Next up on the list, though, we have a game that you should know. It's called Battle Right. But oh yes, we're getting a new game mode in Battle Right. Battle Right Battle Royale. It actually kind of always had made sense. I always thought they would put in a BR into this game because Battle Right has already had that sort of encroaching, you know, danger, poison circle in the normal game modes. It's played in arenas, but like easily they could just make a bigger arena. They could have the similar mechanics. There's already sort of pickups in the game. I don't know. I think it just could easily have transitioned into a Battle Royale despite it being, you know, a top-down MOBA brawler-like thing. Well, it's happening now, actually. And this should have maybe happened a lot sooner because Battle Right actually waned with its population, but with this new game mode, pretty much like every other game that's doing this, it's, you know, hit the BR button, you know, hey, we're hemorrhaging money, we're hemorrhaging players, hit the BR button, let's go. And that's kind of what's happening, but I do honestly believe that Battle Royale, it actually makes sense to make a Battle Royale, despite it being so weird and strange. I'm always a big fan of melee type of Battle Royale games. You know, haven't played too many. You know, it's always been like custom games or something like that. But I think this could, you know, breathe some life into the base game, you know, the base idea of Battle Right, but also be a really fun endeavor in itself. Now, halfway on the list is probably the game that I'm sort of like underdog rooting for the most, but I just have to kind of be realistic with myself here. So it's only at number 3, but Hunt Showdown. In fact, if I could, I would actually probably love to be like a partner with this game. I would love to consistently stream it and play it and promote it because it's such a cool concept. But before we get into really describing the game, you should know, if you haven't seen my review on it, it hasn't seemed to run that great. So as a game, the play of it is not really all there. That's why it's on the upcoming list though, of course, early access. So I'm a little bit worried about Crytek and how they're going, but apparently they just added in a bunch of new stuff, a content update, and it's running a little bit better, so I'm excited now. But basically, it's a PvEVP Battle Royale. So you're gonna have a weird sort of Left 4 Dead-y experience where you are hunting down monsters, like that's part of the objective. It's like the main objective is to hunt monsters and just survive, but then you have players also coming in from all different directions, tracking these monsters, tracking you, and it's just so fun to play with the sound design, or maybe even distracting other players by shooting a monster across the field over there and making them think you're in one direction or another, listening to the creatures screaming or the glass like breaking and crackling as they walk through a building that you're in and you're camping. I don't know, a lot of really cool Sonic stuff. The game also graphically looks very good, and there's this really interesting, very hunty, a very tracky, very prey and predator cat and mouse type of gameplay feel that also is intertwined with PvE. which it just gives it a very interesting game flow, game loop, and it's just a really cool concept. Again, I need it to play better for me to say it's like the best, BR game, but it's definitely got to make my top 5 upcoming list. Now, number 2 is a game that I have criticized so much, and I think a lot of people definitely have this weird love-hate relationship with Paladins, but yeah, it's Paladins, dudes. It's Paladins Realm Royale. The Battle Royale of Paladins went through a couple of different forms. Originally, it was basically just going to be a hero shooter Battle Royale, which is a really unique concept, and it's going to lose that identity. It's now going to be a Battle Royale where instead of just picking up raw weapons or gear, you're going to be picking up like abilities and spells and mutators. Now, that's still a really freaking cool concept. There have been some other magical BR games, kind of. They're more like party games, and the genres can't be separate. Like, they can be the same. So Paladins Realm Royale, though, is the one that's more akin to what we've seen previously. It's basically PUBG in a way with magic. It's really going for that idea. Jump down, you loot stuff, you get mutators and magic, and you blow people up. I still really had hope for the hero shooter concept, but with the idea that hero shooters it doesn't make sense unless it's built from the ground up. So it's really cool that Hi-Rez didn't just slap a gimmick and didn't just slap this game mode on and didn't just push it out. It seems like they're actually really trying to make a good BR game. They're not just trying to make a game, like I said, a hero shooter gimmicky kind of thing. They're not just shitting something out. They're actually trying here because they probably know they got something good. Now, apparently it's running great. I can't wait to get my hands on it myself and record it. I think there's an NDA right now, unless I become a partner. So it looks good, and I'm actually really surprised at its performance. Yeah, I guess Paladins is really coming up in the world now, finally. But it's actually really cool that I know I hate when I say like games are clones or they jump on bandwagons, but like I'm actually genuinely surprised at the progress of Paladins as a whole. And I'm glad that they are trying this Realm Royale thing because it actually looks like stupid fun. And now our number 1 is going to be a game called VALHALL Battle Royale. Now I'm putting this at number 1 because I think I was just so floored by this game. It's really this very vague feeling sensation, but it has a lot of things that I'm really promoting the other games on this list for. It's focused on a unique gimmick where it's a unique setting and it's a unique gameplay. So this is going to be a mostly Melee Battle Royale. It's going to be basically Chivalry, or maybe like the new game Mordhau, or maybe you played a few MMOs like Gloria Victis, or Mortal Online, some niche stuff like that. Anyways, it's going to be like those games, but Battle Royale. And it's actually really cool. Like in the trailer, you see you actually literally see the Ragnarok encroaching. So it's not just a lightning field or a storm or some sort of energy field or anything like that. It's like literally like the trees and everything are getting blown apart and the buildings are being torn apart. The world is hemorrhaging and rapturing around you as you're running to the middle, trying to loot as much as you can and just survive and slay your foes, obviously. And pretty interesting looking melee combat. The trailers made it look really solid, really good. And I do have to make a slight apology. I did make a video saying that maybe the VALHALL developers actually stole some content to make this game. It actually looks like they got all the permissions they needed. Yes, it does seem in some ways like there's some obvious assets from obvious places, but nothing is stolen, and actually the overall concept of the game is pretty unique. I mean, we saw what PUBG turned into, right? And mostly that was an asset flip. So the core gameplay of VALHALL is really unique, and I think from here and where they build the game, I think it is going to be really telling. Hopefully, unlike PUBG, which is, an asset flip, it's going to run better. Hopefully, it looks like it's running better in the trailer, but you never know. Hopefully it's going to run better, it's going to feel better, and especially for a Melee game, we're really going to need that to work out, because I don't know if you guys ever tried to Melee inside of PUBG, but yeah, Melee in these kind of games are normally awkward, even in Fortnite, which runs really great. So hopefully all that is really fine-tuned, and also do know that in comparison to other games, it's actually going to have half the amount of players, so it is 50 players, so that it's a little bit more fine-tuned, a little bit more tight, which is also something that we're seeing in some other games. Like Battle Royale's going to have like 20 players, Hunt Showdown has like 12 players, so I don't know how many egress is going to have, but it's not always 100 or 200 or like 70 or something, sometimes a little bit less. VALHALL's also got that in mind. A lot of these games on this list have that in mind, which is always something to keep in mind, yeah. But VALHALL looks pretty cool as a new Battle Royale, a Viking Ragnarok Battle Royale. Freaking why not, dude? I'm so excited for all these new Melee games, so excited for new Battle Royale games. Combine the two passions of mine. Yeah, I'm biased, but this game also just straight up looks good too. So I think you guys should definitely be trying to give it a shot. All right, well, some of these games went a little bit long-winded, but hey, I do my top 10s live. Like, I'm literally just doing this as I'm doing. I could even just stream this. This could have been a stream. But yeah, so this is just the top 5. I like to talk a little bit longer about games, and if you want to keep supporting top 5s and these reviews, then please, like, subscribe, and call to action, promote it, share it on subreddits and things like that. I'd really appreciate it. So I want to talk about games, I want to share these games, I want to play these games, but I can't do it if I don't get the money to buy these games. I don't always get partnerships and things, so yeah, we gotta keep the hype alive, guys. But you guys are, you guys are having fun with these games. You're playing with me when we stream at twitch.tv/Skylent. I'm enjoying it, you're enjoying it. Hopefully, we're all just having fun. So yeah, keep that hype alive, guys. My name's Skylent. I'll see you again next time.